Okay, welcome. This is a tutorial for Audrey and Luann on how to link to and upload a document on the Santa Cruz CTE website. And while I'm doing this, obviously using Dreamweaver, while I'm doing this I'm going to show some good practices and using Dreamweaver, and if there are any questions you have, please feel free to email me. If you have any other recommendations on things you'd like me to show you how to do, I can link to them make reference to them somewhere else on the internet, or I can make my own. But I thought in this specific task it would be good to show you live, just so there's no confusion, because there are a couple steps involved. So let's say I'm on this page that you see in front of you, and I want to go ahead and add a link to a new document that I want to upload called Criminal Justice. And it's a PDF, and I want to put it right here in ABC order. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to note what the file is, what the web page is that this is sitting on. So I look up at the URL, and it's santacruzcte.org, and it's educationandcareers.html. That's the name of the HTML file, and it's sitting in the root folder. So I'm going to go ahead and open Dreamweaver, and I'm going to assume that you both have set up a connection to Dreamweaver, and files are synchronized. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on the Dreamweaver, which is already open. Now when you open Dreamweaver, the two most important panels you should always have, these are panels right here, are the Properties panel and the Files panel. If you don't see them, all you have to do is, once you've clicked on Dreamweaver, look under Window and make sure that Properties and Files are checked. Once you've done that, then you are good to go. So basically this shows, the Files panel shows all of the files that are sitting on your computer, basically. And the Properties panel allows you to change the style or the format of the content. But right now we just want to find the file. So we want to look for educationandcareers.html. The way your developers set it up is they put all of the files, important files, in a folder called public_HTML. So you just double click on it or single click on the arrow, and there you see them all. So I'm going to go ahead and find educationandcareers.html. Now again, these are files, they're local files that are sitting on my computer. So if somebody did make a change to educationandcareers.html, let's say I made a change, that means your copy on your computer is not current. So you basically need to get the most current copy, and that, of course, that's sitting on the website. So in order to get that copy, you can either control click if you are on a Mac, or if you're on a PC, you're going to right click with your mouse on the file that you want to get, and then you'll see an option right there. It says get. It's basically going to let you get from the server. You can also just click on it and click on this, which says get files from the server CTE. I always like to just do it this way. It doesn't matter though. So I'm going to go ahead and get. It's going to say get dependent files. What that means is images, styles, background images, anything that's dependent, anything that this web file is dependent on. And in this case, all I want is just the actual file, so I'm going to say no. In most cases, I would just say no. And there's a way to disable this feature completely. You can say don't show me this message again if you want, but I'm just going to say no. So it just basically got that from the server and substituted that for the old copy I had. I'm going to go ahead and double click on it, and it's going to open it up. There's a few different views. There's code view, which is bad. Split is bad for you, good for me. Split view, and then design view. Obviously, design view is the way to go. So let's say we want to put a link right here between culinary. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to go ahead and shift enter, and that's going to create something called a line break. And sometimes you might want to just push enter without shift, and what that does is that creates a whole new block In this case, that's not a good idea because whoever set this up or modified it, they created list items. Like all these things right here are little bullets in a list item. So if I were to go ahead and press enter, I'm creating a whole new list. It doesn't look right. In fact, we could probably take that away by highlighting the whole thing and then press the list, and then it would just take away that whole list thing. Probably look better that way. But I'm going to go ahead and just undo that. And if you want to undo, you either go to Edit Undo, or you can Command Z if you're on a Mac, or Control Z on a PC. I'm going to Command Z. And I'm going to go ahead and press Shift Enter. And I'm going to write in criminal justice and put PDF. Now I went ahead and I made a little fake criminal justice PDF right here, and I put it on my desktop. And I want to get that and make a link to that. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it, and then I go to my properties panel, and this whole thing right down here is all link related. And right here it says browse for the file, so I want to browse for the file. Now I'm going to go ahead and look for it. It's on my desktop. So there's the desktop, and there it is right there. So I find it, I choose it. Now it's going to say this file is outside of the root folder of site CTE. And yeah, it's on my desktop. It's not anywhere in the CTE folder. It's basically not in that portable website that I've been working on any of these files. That's what I want to do, is I need to make a copy of that. Because when I upload the PDF, I can't upload my desktop, you know, so I need to make a copy of it there as well. And so I'm going to make a copy, yes. And anytime it asks you that, you always should make a copy somewhere. And I'm going to write yes, and then we're going to find a place to put that document. And the way your developers set it up is they put it in public_HTML where all this stuff is, and then they put it under a folder called PDF, all the documents. And then under Programs of Study, under English, and I'm going to save it right there. Save where it belongs. And basically, that's it. We've uploaded no, we haven't uploaded, we put the document in the correct area and we've made a link to it. And even if I were to click on this, I would see right here in the link field, there is some kind of path that links to it. So I know that's working. Now I can check it before I upload it onto the server, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and press, I'm going to go ahead and press File and Save it. And I'm going to, right here, it says right here, Preview in Firefox. This is the preview button. I'm going to go ahead and preview. And now it didn't bring the slideshow because the slideshow needs to be live. But there's criminal justice, and let's see if it works. And this will be a test to see if it works. And I go ahead and it wants to open it up, and it shows that it works. So I can press OK, it would show me it, but I'm not going to do that. Cancel. So it does work. Going to go ahead and delete this page, go back to the live server, and now I'm going to go ahead and actually upload this page. But I also have to upload the PDF that I just put into that folder also. So I need to find that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on this file that I was just working on, and right here we're going to put the file. So put file, put dependent files, no. We don't need to put, we didn't add any images or anything like that, so we'll just say no. So basically puts that on there, and now we got to find that file that we added. Unfortunately, a little extra work. So it's in something called PDF, and a lot of times it opens it up for you because it knows that's, you know, it wants to make it easier for you. And so let's see, PDF, POS, English, and criminal justice. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And again, I can right click on it and go put, or I can just put it right here and just put it up there. Now I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page, which now we're live. The other one was just a test page, now we're live. And I'm going to refresh. Looks like there's criminal justice. And I'm going to press enter, and it looks like it worked. So that's how to upload a document and make a link to it.